Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Cooking for the Family. Merry Christmas. This is part of my 12 days of cookies and holiday treats. Today we are going to make a Christmas funfetti cake. Now this is not only part of my 12 days of cookies and holiday treats, but this is also my birthday cake. So this is how I do it. So I go ahead and I take a box of white cake mix. You can also use vanilla. Now to that, in place of the water, I use 1 cup of milk, and I use 2% milk, but you can also use whole milk as well. Now instead of using the oil, I'm using melted unsalted butter that I have cooled. Be sure you cool it. And then I'm going to add in my eggs. I'm going to add my eggs in one at a time so that way they can blend really well into our cake mix. Now with the eggs, I'm using 4 large eggs that I have at room temperature. Room temperature eggs are always going to blend so much better into your mixes and your doughs and your batter, okay? And I'm using the 14.25 ounce box of cake mix. You can also use the vanilla cake mix, and a lot of times you'll find it in the 13.25 ounce boxes. So either one of those will work fine. And I like to add an extra egg when I make my funfetti cake, and I'll share with you why in just a minute. Now when it comes to the sprinkles, I'm going to be using holiday sprinkles. Now if you're making this for, just a regular funfetti cake, you can use whatever kind of sprinkles you like. I would not use the organic. I have not had the best results with the organic sprinkles. But with these sprinkles, I'm using a half a cup of sprinkles. Now to the sprinkles, I added in 1 tablespoon of flour, just regular all-purpose unbleached flour, 1 tablespoon of flour, and then I'm coating my sprinkles with the flour. What this is going to do, it's going to help our sprinkles stay within the batter and not all sink down. When you put your sprinkles in, you want to go ahead, put the sprinkles in as well as any bits of flour that was also there, and that was 1 tablespoon. And then you want to fold. You don't want to mix or stir hard. You want to gently fold your sprinkles into your cake batter. Now the reason why I like to use that extra egg is because I want my cake batter to be a little bit thicker than normally, because we really want those sprinkles to be distributed, so that flour on the sprinkles and that 1 extra egg I have found really is going to help our sprinkles to just be cascading throughout our layers of cake versus just all falling to the bottom. I'm baking my cake in an 8x8 layer pan, and you can also bake it in a 9x9 as well. I've gone on and I've sprayed it with some nonstick spray. Now once you put your batter in, make sure that you even it out really good. Your batter's going to be a little bit thicker, so make sure that you even it out really good. And our cake is going to bake in our oven at 325 for about 22 minutes to about 26 minutes, okay? You want to check it at about 15 minutes, 18 minutes. Just kind of gently open your oven and just kind of peek at it a bit. You don't have to open your oven all the way. Just kind of peek at it, see how it's doing. So our cake is out of the oven. My cake baked for 26 minutes. It is looking good. It is smelling good. We're going to let this go ahead and cool. And then once it's cooled, then we go ahead and we can take it out of the pan. I let my cake cool for about 15-20 minutes. You don't want your cake to cool in your pan much longer than that, because it really starts to sweat a bit. And sometimes when your cake sits in the pan too long and it starts to sweat, it can sometimes stick, and you'll end up, even though you sprayed your pan, it'll sometimes stick a little bit. Even if you've buttered it and floured it, sometimes that'll happen. So just be mindful of that. So once I've taken my cake out, I'm going to let it go ahead and finish cooling until it's totally cool before we put our frosting on. Now for our frosting, we're going to make a homemade buttercream whipped frosting. So I have here some confectioner sugar, some powdered sugar, and we're using 4 cups. You want to go ahead and sift it. Then I'm using 2 sticks, which is 1 cup of butter. Now normally I would use some salted butter. I was all out, so I'm using unsalted butter. So you can use salted or unsalted butter. Now when I'm using unsalted butter, I am gonna go ahead and put a pinch of table salt. Now with your butter, you want it nice in a room temperature, so that way we could whip our butter for our icing for our cake. So you want to get the butter going first and let it go ahead and whip really good. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're returning, welcome back. I hope you are enjoying my series of 12 days of cookies and holiday treats, where I love to, starting 12 days before Christmas Eve, I upload and share a new cookie recipe, a bread recipe, just something festive and wonderful to get us all in that wonderful giving and holiday spirit of baking and just enjoying family and friends. If you missed any of those vlogs over the last several days, I'll put a link in the description box as well as at the end of this video of those for this year. And if you'd like to look back at Christmases from previous years, I'll also include those. So I'll go ahead and I put in my confectioner sugar a little bit at a time, and then I'm going to put in that pinch of table salt. Just about a pinch is all you need. A pinch is 1/8 of a teaspoon is typically what the pinch is. Now we're going to put in some heavy whipping cream. Now if you don't have heavy whipping cream on hand, you can also use milk. I like using the heavy whipping cream because it's going to make our frosting fluffier. And this frosting recipe is also great, not just for just the Funfetti cake, but also for birthday cakes, of course, like I'm making mine today. It's also great for anniversary cakes, wedding cakes. This is a wonderful traditional buttercream frosting that's nice and whipped. Now for my heavy whipping cream, I put in 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Next, we're going to put in some vanilla extract, and I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. We're also going to put in something a little extra special that really elevates the frosting to the next level and puts you in mind of having a cake straight from a bakery, and that is some almond extract. A little bit of almond extract really does make this frosting come alive. Now if you don't have almond extract, it is okay. You can go with just the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, but if you happen to have some in your kitchen, put in 1/4 of a teaspoon, just 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now if you're using a stand mixer like I am, be sure to stop it and make sure that anything that happens to gather at the bottom of your bowl, that everything gets incorporated with your whipping blade. Now also in the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make this wonderful Funfetti cake, whether it be for Christmas or birthday or any time of the year. And you want to make sure that you let your frosting whip up well, and it should be nice and smooth and look like this, where it's going to be thick but spreadable. You want it to be able to be spreadable so that way it doesn't pull your cake. So it should be nice and spreadable but have some thickness to it where it'll stand. It's not going to be weepy on your cake. So we're going to go ahead and frost our cake. It's important that your cake is totally cool, because if your cake has any kind of heat or warmness to it, when you touch it, it will start to melt your frosting. So be sure your cake is totally cool. Then I put a big helping of frosting, and I like to work from the center out with the frosting. And when you have a good helping of frosting that you've put on top of your cake, it allows you not to pick up any of the cake itself, and this really helps to make frosting your cake just a little bit easier. Now you can also do what's called a crumb coating, but that's a video for a different date, a different time. Now with your frosting, also push it out to the edge, because it's going to be easier to take it around the sides when you also push your frosting out to the edge. We're going to go ahead, center our second layer on top of our cake, and this recipe is enough for our 8x8 cake. You can also do the 9x9 cake, as well as if you wanted to take your 2 layers and cut each of those layers in half, whether you're doing the 8x8 or 9x9, and make 4 layers for your cake, this frosting would be enough for those layers as well. So I go ahead and I repeat the process that we did with the first layer. I'm going to go ahead, push it out to the sides and bring it around the edges. And with your cake, because we have dairy that we use with our frosting, you want to refrigerate your cake until you're ready to serve it, and also refrigerate any leftover cake. I go around the sides, smoothing everything out, and also taking any excess frosting from the sides. I put a dab of frosting right on the edge, and that is my starting point for this pattern that I'm making right here. It's my closed circle. So I start on the end where I put that dab of frosting, and I gently keep closing in the circle until I've gone a circle all the way around in the center. It just makes a really nice finishing pattern for your cake. Then I'm going to use the same sprinkles that we used in the inside of the cake. I go ahead and put some around the edge. Now when it comes to the decoration, you can decorate your Christmas funfetti cake any way you like. You can do around the edge. This is the decoration that I wanted to do today. You can do around the bottoms, just kind of however you like. It's just, I'll leave that up to you. And so once I have my sprinkles on, we're going to go ahead, cut into the cake, and we're going to let y'all have the first bite with me for my birthday. And you know, it's winter time. The weather got to me a little bit, so my voice got a little hoarse. But you know what? When it is your birthday season, you don't let anything slow you down. So this is what our cake is looking like, and it's smelling so good. I love that nice fresh smell of vanilla, and I could smell that little bit of that almond extract in there as well. So let's go ahead and have a bite. And I just love seeing all those vibrant colors throughout the cake. Well, y'all ready for your bite? Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Wow. This cake, oh my gosh. I love how this cake comes out. There is something truly special about a homemade birthday cake. Well, that is it for me today. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope you enjoyed my 12 days of cookies and holiday treats. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to show it some love, give it a thumbs up, and click share. And share this video with a friend or family. And whether you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, I wish you all the best. See you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.